It's hard to believe that 20 years have passed since Angler and Hunter television first aired. 20 years ago, I had just finished college and spent a summer as a fishing guide in northwestern Ontario. 20 years ago, there was only a couple of fishing and hunting magazines and only one show on TV that catered to the angling and hunting community and offered insight as to the goings-on in the outdoor world.
The government experienced pressure from animal rights activists just before the spring election was called.
By using this little device here, a trail timer, it'll help you determine exactly when the deer are coming through your particular area.
20 years is a long time, and if you look at the advancements we've made with GPS, trail cameras, scent blocking technology, concealment, and even game calls, you'd think hunting and fishing would be much easier, something mastered by anyone. But Mother Nature always seems to find a way to counter everything we come up with in hopes of outsmarting.
Congratulations, Mike. Look at this brute.
This country was built on fishing, hunting, and trapping. Pursuing wild game in the vast lakes, rivers, and forests has been a part of Canada's heritage for over 2 centuries. Back then, it was about survival. Today, anglers and hunters act as stewards with the focus on conservation, wildlife management, and habitat preservation. Whether you're urban or rural, fish or hunt, you should support sound wildlife management. And proudly say that I am an angler and hunter.
The Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters, celebrating 85 years of conservation, proudly presents Angler and Hunter Television. Brought to you by Canadian Tire, a proud partner of Angler and Hunter Television. Mercury Marine and Lund Boats. Yamaha ATVs. What kind of Yamaha are you? Browning, the best there is. Excalibur crossbow. Compact recurve technology. The new Matrix changes everything. And Yukon gear.
Keep on pulling, buddy. Oh, he got off and he was huge. Oh, big one.
Recently, we invited other outboard owners to look deeper into Mercury Verado.
The mid-range throttle response is amazing.
Got a lot of power for low RPM.
Whoa.
I can't get over the power that it has, how quickly it accelerates.
The torque is unbelievable.
Verado is up to 13% quicker than other four-strokes. Visit mercurymarine.com to see more ways Verado beats the competition. Mercury Marine, look deeper.
Feel that bad boy? Woo.
It's not about the shot itself. It's about all that came before it. A company that's given back to conservation so that the tradition of hunting will continue. A leader in innovation since its founding. It's the legendary excellence you've come to expect. You've got that history in your hands. Now it's about settling the crosshairs, focusing on that moment in time, and one legendary trigger pull that changes you. Winchester, the American legend.
I guess my first Yamaha was 1986, and after that it was Yamahas to no end. When I look at timber property that I'm going to buy or be harvesting, you need a good, reliable machine to get you through the swamps. Pretty rough going some places. Different people have asked me about, why I buy Yamaha. Keep buying them because of the reliability, and the product that they make is just what we want. I'm Barry Elmhurst, owner and operator of BW Forest Products, and this is my Yamaha.
Closed captioning for Angler and Hunter Television is provided by Winchester Ammunition, an American legend.
This season of Angler and Hunter Television will prove to be one for the ages. We're going to travel to New Brunswick to take part in the first legal crossbow hunt for black bear, as well try to harvest a white-tailed deer inside the city limits of Kenora with a crossbow during a new archery season that allows hunting in town. We'll also highlight the Great Ontario Salmon Derby and try to catch some aggressive fall muskie, and even travel to Quebec in hopes of calling a bull moose into range. But today, I'm attempting another first. I'm going to try and harvest a wild turkey with my Excalibur crossbow. Now, wild turkey are native to Ontario, but in the early 1900s they disappeared due to habitat loss and unregulated hunting. In the 1980s, the Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters and the Ministry of Natural Resources released a few thousand birds across southern Ontario, and 25 years later, we have a thriving population of an estimated 80 to 100,000 birds roaming the province. With so many turkey running around, one would think that bagging one would be no problem. But these birds are extremely challenging to get close to, and even more of a challenge to call into that 25 to 30 yard range where you can effectively hit one. Spring is a great time of year. People are excited to be outside and enjoy the outdoors again. And you know, since they reintroduced the wild turkey 25 years ago, it's become my favorite time of the year as well. Turkey hunting is pretty equipment intensive. You gotta be equipped to move, and you gotta be equipped to be concealed and hide into the background. So when I go turkey hunting, I've got a camouflage jacket, camouflage pants, boots, gloves, a hat. I even have a face mask somewhere and all of this stuff. I'm totally concealed and the turkey can't see me. But while doing all of that, I have to have all this other stuff. A variety of calls, a rangefinder, my thermocell to keep the mosquitoes and black flies off of me. I bring out my crossbow, extra bolts, decoys. I mean, you name it. You have to have it all because turkey don't always come to you. Sometimes you have to go to them. If you've got a turkey gobbling across the field, you got to pack up, move your station, and set up somewhere else. With duck hunting, you're in a blind. Deer hunting, you're in a tree stand. Those things are permanent. So to get all this gear and head across the field, you got to be mobile. Nothing beats a turkey vest. Now, when you're turkey hunting, you got to be ready for all the elements. Sure, you've got all these nice clothes on and stuff like that to protect you, but to get out of the elements, a pop-up blind is a great way to conceal yourself and still get out in the field in a rainstorm, a snowstorm, or even a windstorm.
As you can see, it's not the nicest day out there. One thing about hunting is you can never predict the weather, and obviously if you've got only a selected few days set aside to do whatever hunting it is you're doing. I mean, I'm turkey hunting here, and you can see it's pouring rain outside. I'm in a blind. I'm in a 6x6 blind. I can lay down and have a nap. I can stand up and stretch, and I can see about 180 degrees around. You know, there's different pop-up blinds available, but you can go to Canadian Tire and there's a whole variety of blinds available, and it allows me to come out at 4 in the morning, set up on a spot where I've seen a lot of birds, rain or shine, in the field, and park myself here and be out of sight and be ready if those birds come into the field. And if I can get them into shooting range, I'm going to have myself a good day, where most guys would not even bother coming out. So don't be afraid to experiment and check out some of the pop-up blinds that are available, because I'm warm, dry, and ready for action.
As if turkey hunting isn't challenging enough, this year I am going to be trying to take one with my Excalibur crossbow. Now, with a shotgun, you've got a little bit of room for error, but with a crossbow and a broadhead like this, you have inches of margin for error. So it's very important to sight in your crossbow so you're dead on. There you go, a couple hours in the field. I got a new crossbow scope at Canadian Tire. I got some cross bolts at Canadian Tire. I got a target at Canadian Tire. I got this awesome Yukon Gear camo at Canadian Tire, and I came out here for a couple hours, sighted this bad boy in. I've got it dialed in at 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50 yards. Now, my first choice in locations was a spot where we'd hunted last year and had 3 young jakes working in the field. This year there was a big tom in the area, and I thought I might be able to draw him in.
A lot of times, it's about a 50-50 chance when you're using the tom decoy. Yeah. But what happens is, if that tom's aggressive, he'll come and pick a fight with this one. And they usually won't be distracted by anything. They'll just come right down here on a mission. Let's hope he's in a mood to fight, because there's a lot of birds with him right now. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 4 hens, a jake, and a tom, but we'll see.
It's obvious that my calling game was pretty good this year, but having 3 jakes coming into maturity in the same field was really throwing a wrench into my strategy. None of them would leave the group and commit to coming to my call. And worse than that, when the tom tried to work his way into the field, these 3 bullies would gang up and chase him off.
Gulp Alive presents The Fishing Edge.
Got him. Oh, yeah. Using heavy braided line and baitcast reels is a sure way to catch more fish, but a lot of anglers shy away from using baitcasters because of backlashes. And what's a backlash? Well, right there. It's a bird's nest in your reel, and it can take hours and frustrate you, and at the end of the day, you just want to give up and go home. The easiest way to cure these is with a piece of tape. So what you want to do is make a cast as far as you possibly can without getting a backlash, and if you do, just pull it out, and now you know that's about as far as you're ever going to go. Then you just take your piece of tape, put it on the spool, and reel back over it. Now, every time you go out with that bait caster, you have no fears of getting backlashes, and you can fish with these all day long.
Coming up, more great turkey action.
The new Excalibur Matrix changes everything. Matrix is the first compact recurve crossbow. Matrix is faster. Try 380 feet per second and more powerful. Matrix is lighter, better balanced, easier to cock, quieter, has less recoil, is more consistent, more accurate. It can't be dry fired. It can be decocked. Matrix is superior in every way. The new Excalibur Matrix changes everything.
They're up there, you know. I've been to the ship. I've seen things. I've smelled things.
Look, I'm trying to forage here.
They fool you with the smell. They got me, but I escaped.
Yeah, from the loony bin.
The scent was like a blood trail, but it's deception.
Get away from me.
Beware, my friend. Trust no one. Trust no one.
Think GPS is just for getting you to the lake? Think again. The new iPilot wireless GPS trolling system can hold your boat in place like an electronic anchor. Record and retrace productive fishing paths, automatically keep you on any bearing you choose, and take total command of speed and steering. iPilot controls your boat with wireless GPS precision so you can focus on fishing. And it's only from Minn Kota.
Now, along with the challenge of harvesting a turkey, I also wanted to challenge myself into creating a culinary treat for my family. Wild leek grow in the area I'm hunting, so my hopes for the season were to make a pot of homemade potato leek turkey stew. You know, when I'm out here in the spring scanning these fields for wild turkeys, I'm looking for more than just turkeys. I'm looking for another wild thing that's great eating, and it goes well with turkey, and those are wild leeks. I never leave home without my shovel, because just behind me here in the edge of this field, you'll see some of these green-topped plants. They look almost like a tulip leaf. Well, they're actually wild leeks, and they're fantastic. They're like a garlicky, onion-flavored root that it's a bulb, just like an onion, and they're delicious and make a great addition to potato leek turkey stew. So I'm going to dig some up here and put them in a bag. And obviously I've started my season out the right way. I haven't got the turkey yet, but I have got the main ingredient, well, one of the main ingredients that goes in the soup.
I've been watching these birds for like 4 hours. They're not moving, not responding to calls. They're just sitting up there in the sun enjoying the day. I am sweating. I'm stuck here in the sun. I can't move. I don't want to let them make out my position, so hopefully they work their way along here.
I needed a new strategy. With several fields available to us, we set up in hopes of calling a different bird to our location. We tried hen decoys, Jake decoys, and even a strutting tom.
Here they come. This is it. What a group of birds that is.
At one point, we were so desperate, we tried locating birds from a distance and then sneaking into the field to catch them off guard and ambush them.
We just got off we just pulled in the driveway to where we're going to be setting up. And on the way in, there was a big tom strutting in this field right here. So we came down the driveway, and instead of going up to the house and unloading the bike and our blinds and everything, we're going to sneak down this tree line and hopefully sit on the fence line and call this tom over. Wasn't what we were planning on doing, but that's part of the joys of turkey hunting is you don't always, you have to take advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves. Here he is. Oh.
Bagging a gobbler with my Equinox is proving to be more than I bargained for.
Gear up with Canadian Tire.
If you're looking for a real challenge in the field, I suggest you try harvesting a turkey with a crossbow. Now, in order to draw a gobbler into bow range, you need to make sure you're concealed. Any sudden movements will alert the bird and leave you scratching your head. The Ameristep 3D blanket chair is a great addition to your camo clothing, making you virtually become part of the landscape. It works great for shotgun and crossbow hunting and allows you to set up pretty much anywhere in no time at all. To see more great gear for hunting turkey, check out your local Canadian Tire store or online at canadiantire.ca.
More great turkey action after the break.
More than a century ago, Browning introduced the auto-loading shotgun to the world. Today's Browning Silver continues that tradition with greater reliability, softer felt recoil, better handling, and more features than ever before. The Browning Silver, the auto-loading shotgun that does it all. Browning, the best there is.
Fish
are gonna need a new place to hide. Exclusive side imaging from Humminbird. Scan more water faster with 480 feet of side-to-side coverage and see structure detail with amazing picture-like images. Humminbird. Simply, clearly, better.
A new age of modern scope technology has arrived. Burris Optics presents the Eliminator. The Eliminator incorporates laser range finding technology with automatic bullet drop compensation calibrated to your rifle and bullet combination. Burris Optics, leading the way in modern scope technology. Burris's new Eliminator rifle scope, changing rifle scopes forever. Just range them and eliminate them.
Now's the time you've been waiting for. Lund 1775 and 1875 Pro Vs are back. Pro Vs are built tough with double-plated hulls, marine-grade treated plywood, and reinforced transoms. Plus, Lund's exclusive IPS2 hull provides precise boat control and a soft, dry ride. State-of-the-art live wells, accessories, and tons of storage for rods and gear, making all Pro Vs the choice of professionals. Visit your local Lund dealer and reward yourself with the best. You've waited long enough.
When hunting with a crossbow, you have to make sure you're bang on and confident with your shots. Unlike deer and bigger game, turkey have a whole lot of feathers and their head is a small target, so missing could be a common problem. After watching these birds for several days, I did now have a location that would be foolproof. A spot where these birds made regular visits to, and one that would give me the advantage. After fooling with some hens with a little turkey talk, I was caught off guard. That big Tom had come in from behind me and just strutted out of range past me. I might have been able to make a shot, but he was right on the edge of my range, so I opted to wait him out. Well, like I said, this was going to be a challenge. Now, my challenge is convincing my family that you don't need turkey to make a good soup.
Angler and Hunter Television was brought to you by Canadian Tire, a proud partner of Angler and Hunter Television, Mercury Marine and Lund Boats, Yamaha ATVs. What kind of Yamaha are you? Browning, the best there is.
Excalibur crossbow.
Compact recurve technology. The new Matrix changes everything. And Yukon gear. Visit Angler and Hunter Television online at ahtv.com. You can find more information on today's show and past episodes or other great websites of the Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. And remember to conserve and protect the great outdoors.